Respectfully, today is currently December 30th, 2025, and it's currently 7:09 p.m. I would never hurt myself regardless to whose gang stalked me is willing to blackmail me against me, and I say it respectfully. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, never give up on yourself or overlook yourself because someone didn't see potential within you, and you was never part of someone's one-sided contract when it come to hold on 1 second when they try to dish you. No, that's the trade told me, don't give up on yourself. No, for real, for real. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. Always be yourself. The fact that they admire you from afar, but they quit the dish you at the end of the day, only was to hold on 1 second, how far? You know, it be the train of thought for me. When you understand your potential, you didn't have to get ugly. You know, getting out of character when it come to being comfortable in your own skin, understanding your own weather, didn't have to pretend to be authentic when you was far from a hater, let alone a copycat. They would never understand at the end of the day. I know how to stay in my lane when it come to motivation. It's different. You know, chicks and dudes will have this mindset trying to discourage you right to left, trying to control you. All because hold on 1 second, they monitoring your every move. When it comes to the spiritual world, at the end of the day, hold on 1 second, you don't have to get physical. Besides, hold on 1 second, still be in your concept of your mindset. At the end of it, not losing yourself. When you understood that God was showing your potential at the end of it, because you actually knew better to love yourself, they still respect your name in regards to hold on 1 second. When the devil wanted to do them a favor, you know, distract them, paint them out to be the villain in their own story. You know, the enemy. How you trying to test me at the end of the day, but you don't understand your own function when it come to hold on 1 second. You know, going within. Stop being hurtful when it come to your own win. You know, stop trying to stop not choose yourself. Choose yourself to believe in yourself. That's not to hurt yourself with words. And I say that respectfully. If you understand your reflection, you wouldn't have to play with spell work. It'd be the train of thought for me. How when chicks and dudes trying to ruin your reputation, how it take, you know, certain folks in different tax brackets just to discourage one person because they was truly faithful. You know, standing on business at the end of the day when it come to being comfortable in their own skin, when someone's trying to project insecurity on somebody, when someone trying to checkmate somebody at the end of the day because someone had malicious intention to do someone dirty, when someone wasn't even on a diet. No, that's a trade though for me. Yeah. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless to who's willing to blackmail me against me or who's gang stalking me or trying to project fear in me at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. The fact that this shoe fall from hold on 1 second your own headache because you understood confusion chapters when it come to motivation elevation. Hold on 1 second, that concept is different. I'm far from a hater, didn't have to pretend to respect my neighbor. They had to dibble and dab with magic spell work in a toxic way. Hold on 1 second, you weak ass witch. Hold on 1 second, what happened to you concentrate pouring into yourself at the end of the day? All you do is hate all day. It be the training thought for me how you try to project someone to be mentally unchallenged at the end of the day, slow, stupid, and retarded because you want to be in the mindset to controlling someone's power when it comes to someone's loving themselves. You know, balance. Hold on 1 second, didn't have to get physical. You try to antagonize me, only was to hold on 1 second. Our concept wasn't the same when it comes to loving ourselves. No other trait don't me. Because you didn't even see your own potential. How you diss somebody when you didn't even know how to love yourself. How you diss somebody because they understood hold on 1 second to believe in themselves. It be this from the thought for me. How you gotta dibble and dabble and spoke in a toxic way. The insecurity trying to project it on on a person that was far from insecure, all because they wasn't far from pretending. You know, they didn't have to pretend to be authentic. They didn't have to pretend to love themselves. They didn't have to pretend to look in the mirror. I am handsome. I am beautiful. I am worthy of choosing me. Yeah, they said I got mommy and daddy issues, but hold on 1 second. I never stopped loving me. It be the train of thought for me how folks will plot against you all because you was far from ugly. Hold on 1 second. Didn't have to worship the devil. Your soul was never for sale when you should keep it real, being authentic. They said that you was a joke of the town at the end of the day. They try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially at the end of the day. Gang stalking your every move when it comes to hold on 1 second. They time zone with because everybody's mindset ain't the same, and I say that respectfully because real time ain't real. No, I haven't changed on me if you want to be real. You know, because everybody's world is different. When you understand elevation is different, when certain folks want to try to discourage you when it comes to your third eye, when it comes to your opinion, they want you to be in a mindset. Hold on 1 second, dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD, all because they don't want you to malfunction. Hold on 1 second, they said that you wasn't a child of God, but hold on 1 second, then matter your tax bracket. Hold on 1 second, your sexual orientation. Hold on 1 second, we didn't have to believe in the same God, but I still knew how to respect my neighbor. At the end of the day, I was far from an addict, let alone a sex worker when certain folks would try to blackmail me, all because a couple of dollars the end of the day with they one malicious intentions. Hold on 1 second, minion, mind, and say, hold on 1 second. You mean to tell me you had to take a group of people to make you feel at the end of the day that was the right thing to do to an innocent person at the end of the day? And hold on, your story kept changing? Oh, because hold on 1 second, damn, you realize you wouldn't want someone to do that when it come to God's plan. No, that's a trait of you jackass disturbing the innocent person peace. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when it come to gang stalking, folks can't wait for someone to have an opportunity to, put a couple dollars in their pockets to ruin someone's life, all because someone understood to take accountability for their actions when it comes to their past. At the end of the day, regardless of someone told a lie, at the end of the day, someone continue to allow themselves to elevate when certain folks is laughing at their comfort zone, being in their own skin. It be the train of thought for me. No, for real, You know, when it comes to gang stalking, it's really real to your household. And you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself, regardless if you're a content creator or an entrepreneur. And I say this respectfully. You could disrespect me all day long, but my content is not for you. I'm just only moving accordingly. Entertainment purposes only. I ain't entertaining to you, but at the end of the day, you still watch me. So invested, hold on 1 second, trying to see my next move, but realize, hold on 1 second, I was the best flex at the end of the day, because I was far from your competition. I say that respectfully, because I don't do competing. No, I have the trait go for me. I just choose me. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk you. And when you're an entrepreneur or a content creator, never lose the vision because someone's projecting insecurity towards you, or someone's seeing you the evil eye, or you may not even be aware of it at the end of the day. Or someone got malicious intentions and they look at you like competition, they trying to ruin your life at the end of the day. How they pay people to lie on you, how they pay people at the end of the day to project fear in you, monitor every move when it comes to gang stalking, because they don't want you to prosper in life. How individuals from your past will have someone monitoring your every move to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, watch your everyday activities at the end of the day. Only because the hold on 1 second, you caught your energy back when that chapter was already closed. They would never understand at the end of the day was never competition, fall from man at the end of the day, because I was willing to choose myself to allow God to protect me while I really walked away. Regards to he say, she say, static was in the air at the end of the day. Certain folks will never understand the hold on 1 second. You was comfortable in your own skin to understand the hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to reject my blessing when it came to choosing myself. When God said the devil or the enemy wasn't for me at the end of the day when it came to that chapter. Hold on 1 second. We all don't pray the same, but I don't gotta respect my neighbor. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real. It doesn't matter if it's a couple, man, woman, child, or elderly person at the end of the day that monitors your every move or tries to project fear in you. Hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, reroute your phone calls. They even act like they customer service at the end of the day. They even act like they know you. They even plot sceneries at the end of the day to act like you was participating in something that you wasn't in the day. Especially whenever someone's one-sided contract in the day. They be trying to throw for me because they want to control you to ruin your reputation because they don't want you to elevate. Regardless, you came from poverty and pain. It's not a crime to be authentic. I know how to give respect and flowers due when it's due. No, that's a trait though. I don't dibble down with stoic magic, witchcraft, and all that weird shit. No. I don't got time for that, and I'm far from a hater, and I said that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect. You've been minding your business, minding your business. No, that's a traitor thought for me. You've been minding your business, minding your business. And you come across that one conversation and someone is jealous of the next person in the day, like, hold on 1 second. You mean to tell me a bunch of grown-ass adults is listening to this bullshit? It's a trade off of me. You mean to tell me y'all part of this one hate group? I'm very so much thankful that's not part of my religion. I say that respectfully. Hateful. Why? No, for real. It's a trade off of me. How so much people can be part of a hate group when it comes to one person. Someone could be more smart than you. They have a balanced smile, is beautiful. They know how to show up for themselves. They know how to walk in them shoes at the end of the day. They're authentic. They're different. They just stand out. And, people just don't understand at the end of the day. It's okay to be yourself. Everybody not going to choose you. But never overlook you when they try to humble you, discourage you. You was far from the last call. I say that respectfully. Because when you on God's time at the end, they God truly showed, hold on 1 second, why you truly are the win for the win. At the end of the day, why you truly comfortable in your own skin. Certain folks, I love you, respect you, protect you at the end of the day. But who would know at the end of the day, you're not hurting yourself with your own vocabulary when they come to, hold on 1 second, your reflection. When they try to abuse you, when it come to communication. They was dibbling down with spoken magic or whatever they was doing behind closed doors. The devil led on the enemy. All because they didn't want you to choose you. When it comes to understanding your faith, your hope lies within. then when it comes to hold on one second, you wasn't trying to mistreat that chapter. The past that allowed you to see why you was truly clever. Smart, beautiful. Hold on one second. Book smart, street smart. Yeah, you truly spiritually gifted. Yeah, you a gangster out here in these streets at the end of the day when it comes to your healing, because you don't play at the end of the day when it comes to your boundaries. They would never understand that you wasn't running from your past when it comes to your reflection. To hold on one second, we all ain't the same. Hater, neither trade though for me. Someone understood at the end of the day they was willing to choose them. They wasn't trying to get discovered because someone didn't want them to be comfortable. Someone didn't want someone to fix their crown and maintain the smile at the end of the day. Hold on one second, didn't have to play victim. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's gang stalking me. And I say that respectfully. Or who's controlling my devices or whatever the case may be. Or who's trying to blackmail me against me. I would never hurt myself. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. Every time someone's one-sided contract, I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. It's currently 7:20 p.m. right now. I be going live in a couple of hours or whatever the case may be. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I post every single day. It's not a day that I don't post. And I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless who's in the background, gang stalking me, couple, man, woman, child, at the end of the day, I would never hurt myself. I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract, and I say this respectfully. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I never gave nobody permission to make money off of me at the end of the day. And I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract, regardless who's willing to blackmail me against me. I am far from a hater. I am Niyah, Genuine Love Respect. And it's not a crime to be authentic. They say real, recognize real, real love. Hold on one second. Love is real, love is one of a kind, but the right one truly for you. They said real love is one of a kind. Who would have knew? Someone truly actually introduced themselves to you. They had a couple of butterflies within them at the end of the day, but God didn't tell a lie when the devil tried to discourage them on divine's time. And who would have knew at the end of the day, true love was a competition, little misleading, someone pain at the end of the day. That vocabulary is different when someone was part of your piece. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When you had warlocks, witches, hold on one second, someone playing with magic in a toxic way, doing things behind closed doors, trying to be on a hate train when it comes to someone's tax bracket, how they want someone to be in the most healthiest relationship at the end of the day, for two people to be on the same page, how folks will come together, try to destroy someone's connection when it comes to LOV, two people not trying to project pain. But who would have knew? When someone is truly praying for you, and God is truly showing someone, hold on one second, the devil's trying to discourage you, the enemy's trying to antagonize you, but don't get discovered because I got you too. The energy is different when you said I do. Everybody's not meant for marriage, but who would have knew? True love wasn't for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. Someone was trying to disturb your peace. Hold on one second because you wasn't trying to catch a case. Someone didn't have to fumble you when it comes to your future. How your past will get reality today only rest to hold on one second. God allowed you to see why you overcame the pain. Someone bringing peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments, the energy is different. Wow. Someone sees you, hates you, respects you. You gave someone access to your heart only as to hold on one second. They was actually willing to meet you halfway, not to disrespect you. Wow. True love wasn't complicated. Someone respecting you, being loyal, genuine, kind, valuing your time and day. Who would have knew at the end of the day? Someone's trying to shortchange your mental, besides protect your crown and fix at the end of the day because they want to continue to maintain your smile when they ask God for guidance for better days ahead. When it comes to this love language, that hold on one second, someone wasn't trying to project insecurities on you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Being on the same page with the love you like that's really praying for not against you. Your biggest cheerleader, up close and personal behind closed doors. That ain't just different. You gained a lover, best friend, a business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it come to real love. Hold on one second, it wasn't pain. It was no in between at the end of the day when it came to mind games. But who would have knew someone allowed your inner child to come out at the end of the day? Only by the hold on one second, you gained the love of your life, get along with best friend. That ain't just different when someone finally sees you, here respects you, and they're not trying to hurt you besides protect you. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless who's gang stalking me, or monitor my every move, or who has me shadow banned, or who's threatening me behind closed doors. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Only yourself and no malicious. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I say that respectfully. No, for real, for real. Chicks and dudes were trying to take credit for GODs. Hold on 1 second. Creation. Hold on 1 second. We wasn't on the same page when it came to your patience. I see you didn't have none, but still hold on 1 second. God truly showed me what God was still uplifting me when you tried to distract me. Every chance throw for me. I was far from on a diet. You said I was an SHIT, but hold on 1 second. I was truly God's baby at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second. Didn't matter. I'll tax wreck. I still had respect for it because I was far from my haters. Hold on 1 second. I ain't have to dibble and dabble with magical spoken in a toxic way. How chicks and dudes will take your kindness so because at the end of the day, because they don't want you to motivate yourself, to love yourself, to better yourself, because they see potential within you. How chicks and dudes will try to dim your light, to discourage at the end of the day, to take your kindness or weakness, or because hold on 1 second, they don't want you to understand that hold on 1 second, boundaries are healthy and you choosing yourself in a proper way because hold on 1 second, they so discouraged they don't know how to go with that. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I say it respectfully. Individuals will take your kindness or weakness and throw in your life that nobody will ever believe you will hear you at the end of the day. Never hurt yourself and never get discouraged at the end of the day. Continue to love yourself, show up for yourself at the end of the day. Healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process, but you mad and you're worthy. My content is not for everyone, and I say respectfully. It's currently 7:25 p.m., and gang stalking is real to your household. I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract when it comes to my creativity. I work alone, I always have since day one, with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. And I say that respectfully. Individuals will try to make money off you, disrespect you, call you a bum, all types of stuff at the end of the day, and then try to paint you out to be something you're truly not. But I would never hurt myself, and I would never give up on myself. And I don't care who don't believe me at the end of the day, because I still choose myself, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no malicious intentions. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions at the end of the day, they laughed at your pain. They disrespected you at the end of the day. They threw spoken and toxic when you called your energy back in the most healthiest way. I call my energy back. I am worthy. I call my energy back. I am worthy. I didn't have to participate in losing me another day. I understood to be mindful of my words. Hold on 1 second. I'm loved. I choose myself. I'm rather the company that actually allows me to feel that I am worthy. That's the company that I attract. When I'm moving up, hold on 1 second. When it comes to elevation, continue to blossom, butterfly. Regardless of your culture, they try to discourage you, try to make you feel at the end that you wasn't worthy of understanding faith when it comes to growth, when it comes to maturing. Didn't matter someone's culture at the end of the day when they looked at you like competition, but who would have known at the end of the day? Loving yourself wasn't a hesitation. Better days ahead, continue to be patient. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never feel embarrassed or someone's projecting because they wouldn't do something that you would do at the end of the day. Stop you from choosing yourself, stepping out the box at the end of the day. Got a little eye booger, whatever the case may be. Someone didn't tell you had a little cold on your face when you ran into work, when you were just running, hold on 1 second, from point A to Z. Imagine just running out the house real quick. Yeah, you thought you washed your face, but hold on 1 second, evidently you missed the spot today. It's the train of thought for me. Everybody mindset ain't the same, but someone still knew how to respect it in regards to their conditions, good day, bad day, even they live in situations, the end day, regardless they tax bracket, culture, county, zip code, or whatever the case may be. They didn't have to pretend that, hold on 1 second. They still knew how to show up to respect their neighbor. They wasn't a child at the end of the day when they understood, hold on 1 second, God's labor. Someone actually maturing, acting their body weight when it comes to hold on 1 second, becoming their best self vision of themselves, regardless of escaping poverty and pain, patience when it comes to time and day. Never give up on yourself when it comes to your vocabulary, and I say it respectfully, another day. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I say it respectfully. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing the fame. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless who's gang stalking me. And I work alone when it comes to my creativity. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and today is currently December 30th, 2005. Always be yourself on his attentions. I go live tonight at 10:15 p.m. I gotta go! Yeah.